could be over. Over and done before you begin. Everything you know will not prepare you. Nothing could compare. It's an avalanche. It's a critical mass. It's a massive attack. It will kick your ass. Bring the fire, take your chances. Start the fight, we'll bring your answers. Whoa! And I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This maniac is gonna step on whomever.
Greetings, Flashbang. My name is Mr. Lawson, and I am the hand-picked representative of the brass.
Yeah, good for you. Now shut the hell up. I'm talking. Look at him. He's pissed. Yeah, I know. That mic don't work. Don't worry, daddy issues. I won't be taking much of your time. No, in fact, you should hear this. You and your entire after-school club, but especially the big man. You listening, Max? You said that I disappoint you? Max! Hey, buddy! Fuck you! You want to talk about disappointment? Look in the mirror! Because the Max I know would never have let that absolute barn burner end like that. The Max I know is better than this. You want to talk about disappointment? Look at who you're running around with. You'll keep preaching about the inmates running the asylum, but you're the ones wearing the jumpers. You're not better than us. You and your little friends are going around doing whatever you want because you can. Only they aren't your friends, are they? Tyson made his stance on your working relationship perfectly clear when he tossed your sorry ass out of the Monster Mash. Some leader, am I right? Why is he in charge anyway? Because he's a former Warzone champ? Hermano, you took the son of Will to the brink and beyond and walked out a champion! Is it because he yells the loudest? I've heard you scream and shout when no one else dared! Is it because he's the best dressed? Not that hat, cowboy! My man, that suit? Mwah! Chef's kiss. The club aren't your friends, Max, and I'ma show you the difference between your friends and mine. Flow is more than a name. It is a bond. And I am not so sorry to say, Max, the next time I get my hands on you, no one in the club is coming to help you. Until then, I have a few folks I need to reach out to, because Max, this is no longer about beating you. This is about fixing you. I will fix you, Max. Even if I have to go all the way to Warzone and force the units to help me rip the cure from Dr. Grimm's broken teeth. I will fix you, even if it hurts me, if it breaks me, if it kills me, because unlike the club, I'm your friend. Fuse is struck. Clock is ticking. Your move.
Good evening, Friday Night Flashbang, and welcome into a brand new Flashbang in a brand new year. Happy New Year! My name is Eric Erickson, and the madness has started off 2026 with a declaration. Maximilian Thunder Thighs, we want you back. Wow! And I'm sure none of us are disappointed that Mr. Lawson was cut off to start the new year, and let's hope that that is a sign of things to come. However, the good guys can't always come out on top, because coming up next, M made it very, very clear in 2025 that the goal of the executive club was to rip the championships from around the waist of the forces of nature, our new World Tag Team Champions. Well, we're going to see if 2026 brings them that success. But here tonight, M will go one-on-one with Big Rock, one half of the Tag Team Champions. But before we do that, we are going to hear from M ahead of this match right now.
You see that? You see that right there? That's being smarter than your opponents. That's being aware of your own surrounding. That's what you call a four-alarm, all-out bank heist of a win. And what makes it so much better is that we beat people who talk so much about how they will take down the executive club. How'd that turn out for you? Because now we have a legitimate claim for those tag belts. Tell 'em, big dog.
We have beaten the past champions, challenged the present resistance, and hold the future in our palm. Tree, our place as the contenders cannot be denied. Soon, Big Rock, we will settle our quarry. You two are but stepping stones towards our goals. We will branch out and dominate this roster, one belt at a time. Sticks and stones might break some bones, but the executive club will shatter your world.
Exactly. Big Rock and Huge Mane. You think the forces of nature are a terrifying force to reckon with? Man has preserved through these elements. With enough power, he could harness the two of you and make you fall to your knees just like anything else in this world. And that is what we're gonna do. Keep them tag titles nice and warm for us, 'cause we will have them around our waists soon.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Mr. Lawson, weighing in at 322 pounds. Representing the Executive Club, M. And let the mockery begin. For those of you that aren't aware, this is the theme music of our since fired former world champion Nero Napier, and they're just rubbing salt in the wound. Remember, it was Lawson that made Nero fight for his life at Breakdown against the Ghost. Introducing his opponent, weighing in at over 500 pounds, representing the forces of nature, he is one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Big Rock. The big man with big plans for 2026. Staring the club down Interesting to note, Huge May not accompanying Big Rock. It's just going to be one-on-one, but there is that pesky Lawson at ringside who was cut off in our opening segment by the Madness, so I guess he's out here to stick his nose where it doesn't belong. So with the very first match, how apropos that it was Big Rock, because it was nearly 7 years ago that Big Rock kicked off Friday Night Flashbang with a win in an 8-man showcase match, an over-the-top rope showcase match, and now here he is kicking off 2026. So, folks, who do you like? And now M with the big right hands going after Big Rock and an elbow right to his temple, and we are underway. And now lifting the big man up. Again, Big Rock with the size and strength advantage. Not often you hear that when talking about M. You might not want to run shoulder first into a rock, my man. Maybe rethink the strategy there. Now Big Rock taking advantage. The chops right hand shoved away again. And now tweeting out on social media, Scotty Stevens saying, quote, all of Friday Night Flashbang is Mr. Lawson's business. There is no match on this show where he doesn't have the right to be present. You know, I missed when Scott was quieter. It was a nice time. And now looking to drop the elbow right to the heart of Big Rock. And again dropping the elbow and telling Big Rock to get up. Now the collar and elbow tie up head first into the corner. Oh, nice shot to the midsection. Counters. Big Rock. Full head of steam and a big elbow. Sends him down into the turnbuckle. Bottom rung. And the alley-oop out of the corner. And Lawson maybe looking a little bit concerned, trying to hype up M. And now head first into the turnbuckle. And there's the shot. Throwing him back. And now looking for the scoop slam. And look at Big Rock just set up. Oh, and a clothesline. Big Rock was having none of that. And now M shoved away again. And oh, and a clothesline. Taking the head off of Big Rock. And again shoved away. And again shoved away. Big Rock doing what all of us would love to do right now, and that is put M back in his place. Into the cover and a rope break. Legs all over that. And now look at Lawson. Distracting Big Rock on the outside, and Big Rock has got to stay focused. Shoving away M again. Up on the shoulders. Able to counter. Look at the power of M. 500-pound power slam. And now the cover and a kick out before the 1 count. Big Rock being dragged towards the center of the ring. And now trying to scoop him up. That did not work. Oh, look out. M got caught. Rock in a hard place. Hook in the leg. 1, 2, and a kick out by M. And now looking for the big splash. And he's gonna go for a second one. Oh, and a counter. And with the body shot. And now off the ropes, the drop down. And now what a spine buster! And Ed may have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew. Big Rock, a former winner of the Monster Mash, not to mention a current tag team champion. And there's the kick. And now whipped into the corner. And now, oh no, look out! Oh, Ed just pulled the referee in front of him. And now Lawson with a chair. Big Rock, look out! Oh, and able to knock it out of his hands. The cheap shot moved out of the way, pulled the ref right in front of him. And now look out here, FTK, but there's no referee. You have got to be kidding me. Another clothesline. And now the ref needs to get rid of that chair. But maybe the distraction was all it took. 1, 2, and now he kicked out at 2. And he wants Big Rock to get back to his feet. To the midsection. And now in a powerbomb predicament. Walking him towards the corner. That is not easy to do. Face first off the top turnbuckle. And now M rolling out to the outside of the ring. Caught myself there. That might have gotten me fired. And a clothesline as Big Rock came around the corner. And another clothesline. And M looks exhausted. And just glaring at Big Rock. Count of 8. And another one. And then back and no. Not like this. Not again. Come on. And do it. You've got to be kidding me. Here is your winner as a result of a countout. And then chasing the referee away. And look at Lawson. All part of the plan. He couldn't beat Big Rock and he knew it. This is ridiculous. Well, folks, coming up next, we went from M to a man that has been chasing M for the better part of the last couple of months. Ultra Devil has been trying to get his hands on M since he came over from Warzone. And the only way he's going to get his hands on M now is if he enters the tag team division, and he's been looking for a partner. And the Authority has been doing everything that they can to get in the way of Ultra Devil's plans. But here tonight, can the Authority's hired goons once again disrupt Devil's plan, or has he finally found the one who can help him chase the club? We're going to find out who has Devil found this week. The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at 243 pounds, from New York City, New York, Artemis. So the man that has gone from one of the heroes of Friday nights during the Empire of Terror era to one of the most hated competitors on Friday night. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 195 pounds, she is the Mandalorian, Kuso Kale. And here comes Kuso. Probably the most well-known merc in all of Flashbang, and has once again hitched their trailer to a powerful entity, this time in the form of the Executive Club. Oh, well, that's a pick. And introducing their opponents first, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Grim Reaper. Talk about men who are on the opposite sides of Flashbang history. We talked about Artemis. The Reaper was on the other side of that with the Empire of Terror, and now finds himself back in the good graces of these fans here on Friday nights. And we know Reaper has a budding rivalry with Spectrum, and perhaps an opportunity to stick it to the club by helping Devil go after M. An interesting choice, and a heck of a choice, a former tag team champion, an interdimensional champion in his own right. And here comes Sadiq. And introducing his tag team partner, weighing in at 231 pounds, Ultra Devil Sadiq. The hero we never asked for, but definitely have. One of the heroes of all time. So can Reaper and Devil pick up the win against the Authority? We're going to find out. Who do you like? You see Devil barking out some instructions to Reaper, and here we go. Artemis and Reaper to start us off. The history in this ring. I'll tell you what, folks. If you don't know your Flashbang history, you're going to learn some of it here tonight. Artemis helping to disband the Empire of Terror in the first ever War Games match. And now Reaper, and a kick out by Artemis. Finds himself back on the right side of history, and look at these right hands, right to the face. Then whipped off the ropes, boot to the head. And now the springboard moonsault. Now trying to cover up. And now big elbow. Devil watching as Reaper gets picked up. Look at the strength of Artemis and a big right hand. And now here comes Kuso, and they get booted in the head. She's back to her feet, couple of right hands, nice hip toss counter there. Still to come here later tonight, we'll be hearing from Doom ahead of their matchup with Kafjina. And speaking of dirty deeds, they have been very busy indeed over on our sister show of Warzone. Revealed as the masked assailants that had been terrorizing Monday nights. And just had their first sanctioned match that I was aware of this past Monday. And now back, head first off that steel post goes Kuso. Back here on Friday nights to continue their rivalry with Doom. Of course, last week, Jackie Q completed his gauntlet, beating the third and final member of Doom in the form of the Pumpkin King Mad Jack. And that has left a sour taste in the mouth of Doom. And so here tonight, Kafjina will try to batten down the hatches. Count at 9. Can we see another count out? Kuso just back in the nick of time. Right into these shots by Reaper. Still to come, folks, our main event, the brass briefcase that we've heard so much about, on the line, and a stipulation picked by M for his teammate Tyson Smythe. Will Graven walk out still the holder of the brass briefcase? We're going to find out in our first main event of 2026. And now into the cover, Reaper trying to keep Kuso down. Quick kick out there. And now the twist of the arm. And nice arm drag. Able to counter. Oh, look out here. Looking for the bombshell cards. Old school countered. Bombshell cards countered. And now we're right back to square one. And there's the right hand body blow. Shot to the face. And M tweeting out on social media, don't worry, Graven, I'm sure you and Tyson will get a kick out of this stipulation. If not, blame McMorgan, and that is because McMorgan challenged M one-on-one in an Extreme Rules match, and by M winning that matchup, he got to pick the stipulation, not just for this match, but also for Bully Dog versus DeLuna for the Interdimensional Championship. We got to take care of part one of this equation first. Springboard forearm there by Artemis. And now going right after the arm of Reaper. Into the cover. Kuso staggered on the outside and a kick out. And now Reaper in some trouble. Turned around, distracted by Kuso. Kuso with the distraction on the outside and out into the Hunter's lock. Trying to tap out Reaper. Can he get the foot off of his neck? He can. And now fighting out of it. And now some body shots. And now back to the corner. Artemis. Oh, the T-bone suplex. And now the knee to the face. And McMorgan tweeting out on social media now as we see the counter from Artemis. Quote, do you think us cowards, Max? Stipulation doesn't matter. We will handle whatever your little club can throw at us, and we'll win it inside the ring. And now knees to the spine. And Oh, right to the temple. The big knee. Down goes Ultra Devil and a kick out. And now the kick to the head. And again to the head. And now to the outside. Artemis out of the corner. And there's, oh, the big boot! Right to the head! Hunter's mark! Right on the mark, but Reaper breaks it up. And now another stomp to the arm. Putting out on social media, the man we will see in our main event, Graven Allen, saying, quote, "The only kick happening in the main event is me kicking Tyson's teeth in." And now the spine buster. There's a tag made to Reaper. And now Reaper looking for the choke slam, but countered by Artemis. Little shake, rattle, and roll into the cover, and a kick out. Now a couple of right hands, ducking and dropping Grim Reaper, who pulls himself into the corner. Here comes Artemis. Nobody home. And a clothesline from hell out of nowhere. 1, 2, and he kicked out. And nobody home for that big leg. A shot to the gut. And now trying to go old school on Artemis. And Kusa's still on the outside of the ring, not sure what they're doing. But Artemis just trying to stay in this. And this could be the cherry on top. Choke slam incoming. Artemis for the ride all the way to hell. 1, 2, got him. Here are your winners, the team of the Grim Reaper and Ultra Devil. What a shot! And folks, just like that, we're off and running. Maybe Ultra Devil might have just found somebody that they can jive with. But the authority is not done here tonight, folks, because coming up next, our new #1 contender has a massive target on their back. Mr. Enigma winning an 8-person showcase match. The ultimate underdog, the wildest of wild cards, is now Crimson Phoenix's new #1 contender. But here tonight, the Executive Club is none too thrilled that none of their hand-picked opponents were the new #1 contender. And so here tonight, Enigma has to once again deal with one of their goons. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 216 pounds, the Citric King. And Ultra Devil tweeting out, quote, "Call that one a victory for Grim Justice." Do we have a tag team name? Oh boy. And introducing their opponent, weighing in at 233 pounds, they're the new #1 contender, Mr. Enigma. Fans have been apt to call them a smooth operator in recent weeks, and since their debut of this new music and attire at Multiverse, where they helped fight back some of those invaders that came out of the Face Your Fears match, we don't have to go into that again, they have been on a roll, and they capped it off in 2025 by becoming the new #1 contender to Crimson's World Heavyweight Championship. But now you start to learn that with success comes a target. And they are the target of the ire of the executive club. And dropping Citric right on his orange head. And now going after the arm. This Fujiwara armbar locked in on Nigma, trying to soften them up for the juicer. And then right back to the arm goes Citric. And now up to the top rope. Citric looking to fly. And there's the big forearm to the head. And the crossbody there by Nigma. Right now a shot to the back, couple of right hands, rolls out of the way. And now Citric with Nigma up, who's trying to counter out of it and does. And a big uppercut. And there's the knee to the head. And now Citric being told to get back to their feet. Springboard. Misjudged it just a little bit there. And Citric gonna try to take advantage. Feet on the ropes. Legs. And a kick out. And now whipped off the ropes. Drop down. And a knee to the gut. And now with a leg hold on Nigma. And then after the arm, right into another Fujiwara armbar, this time trying to wrench back on it. Trying to get on their heels and just push back and pop that shoulder right out of the socket, but misses the knee drop. And there's the kick to the face. And then, what a move! What in the world? Super kick into a twisting splash, but a kick out at one. And now trying to roll through. Oh, might have been looking for that submission move. And now out of the corner comes the Sunny DDT. Cover. 1, 2, and they kicked out. And now the right hand. Here comes Citric. Oh, and lays them out. And there's a kick right to the head. And then, oh, there's that twisting splash again. Into the cover. 1, 2, and another kick out. And now the elbows, a clothesline from Citric. And now the orange crash. That could do it! Enigma stays alive and Citric can't believe it! In off the ropes, knee to the gut. Just trying to hold on to this arm bar just to slow things down for a minute. And finally gets them out of there. And now running clothesline. Another clothesline. And now sweeping the leg. And will that be enough? The cover. 2. No. There's the chop. Couple of right hands. There's the elbow. Oh, here we go. It could be time. The juicer. The juicer on Enigma. Can they hold on? And able to not give up. Feeling the pressure of the juicer. Oh, look out here. Looking for that flipping Liger bomb. And that might have taken it on Enigma, landing right on their tailbone. Is this enough? Cover. 2. No. What is it gonna take? And now again. Another power bomb! Hooking the legs this time. 1, 2, and that time they got him. Here is your winner, Mr. Enigma. Oh, and Citric might be hurt. Citric might have turned their ankle at the ending of that match. Enigma checking on them, trying to help them up. Citric in a bad way. And, oh, come on! A cheap shot by Citric! What a piece of garbage! Feigning an injured ankle. And Citric has the last laugh, but it's Enigma with the win. And ladies and gentlemen, we heard earlier from the Madness to kick off our show, and by order of Mr. Lawson, not just the Madness, but all of Flow thrown into an 8-man tag team match here tonight. Lawson not happy about being cut off, and Flow's gonna pay the price. All of Flow right now, tag team action, and it is next. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is an 8-man showcase match. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 1,522 pounds, Flo! And here they come. Brawl Kaiser, Omnigeek, The Madness, and Defunk. And it's not often we see Flo in 8-man tag team action. Normally we see different configurations, but we're getting the whole Flo and nothing but the Flo. And introducing their opponents. And a combined weight of 662 pounds. The team of the Cleaver and Lord V. The Abyssal Void! Well, great! So the Abyssal Void marching their way down to the ring, so that's great. And I'm being told that apparently the Omnigeek does have a name for this configuration. Configuration Omega, the Fantastic Luminescent Orbital Warriors. The acronym that Flo stands for. And I'm sure Brawl will love seeing V once again. These two have battled over the Interdimensional Championship multiple times in the past. These two look as pleasant as they always do. And introducing their tag team partners. At a combined weight of 712 pounds, the team of the Cyber Controller and Talos Seed, the Cyberbots. Well, here come the bots, the team with the Void. And that is a lot of weight on the other side of that ring. And we know 8-man tag matches are always chaos here in MNW, but we've got former trios champions and tag team champions abound on either side. And here we go, folks. We are off and running. And it's going to be V and the Omni Geek to start us off. And now into the corner. Omni to the corner with the Tornado DDT. And now the rights into the wheelbarrow, able to land on his feet, and look at the quick arm drag. And now look at the Roland inside cradle by V, and a kick out by Omni. And now the right hands by V. And another right hand. V getting caught. Tope Atomico. And now look at Controller getting involved. The right hands. Geek ready for him. And then the Hurricane Rana. And then going right back after V. The head scissor. And now tag made to Defunct. Tag made to Sid. And here comes one of the bots into the ring. Going right after Funk. There's the knee. And now wrenching again on the arm of Defunct. And now Funk trying to get Talos back to his feet. And the power to get the big man on his shoulder and then into a cutter. Defunct with a cutter. And now tag, and here comes the Geek back in. And now look out, the neck breaker there to Sid. And oh, look at Madness with a forearm shot to knock Sid off the apron while Omni was distracting him. And now that sets him up for the Jaguar Fang. Flo showing off why they were tag team champions, Omni and the Madness. And Cleaver and V wanted no part of that pinfall. And now Geek sends them into the corner. And then right back onto Sid. Looking for the super kick, nobody there. And then the power slam. Russian leg sweep to Omni. And now Sid gonna head towards the corner. And now tag to Cleaver. And now the DDT to Cleaver. Into the corner. Oh, what an elbow. Able to counter Omni. And again into the corner. Tag made to Cyber Controller. And now look at this. Into the clothesline off that middle rope. Able to cut off the ring. Omni back to their feet and might have been busted open on that right hand. And now Sid with Omni isolated. Into the cover. One. And a kick out. Couple of shots to the gut. And now picking up Cyber Controller. Into the corner. Tag made. Here comes the Madness. The former tag champs. Working like a well-oiled machine. And a clothesline caught. But not able to get the big man up, and then shoves him back towards the ropes. And now in off the ropes. Look out here. Big back elbow. Couple of stomps now on a controller's head, who tries to just roll towards the turnbuckle. And then a shot. Madness is hitting everybody. And then he's jumping after Cleaver, who runs out of the way. But he's in the wrong part of town. And that might cost him. Back in the ring. Into the neck breaker. And then a tag to V. V legal now. We're right back where we started with Lord V legal. And then a power slam. And that puts an end to the Madness's momentum. And now, oh, look at this. Going after Brawl Kaiser. And now the Geek trying to renew his rivalry with Brawl Kaiser. And now Sid from behind throwing the Madness into the ring, or at least trying to. And the Madness shoves him from behind. Flips around, and then the Hurricane Rana. Elbow again. The kick. Another neck breaker. And now tag made is Madness taunting. I don't think he saw the tag, and here comes Cleaver. And now capture suplex. Madness trying to do work. And now look out here. Oh, the mad crash into the cover, but V breaks it up. And now turns him over, looking for the armbar now. Armbar locked in on Cleaver. Trying to pull back. And out of the middle rope, what does Madness have in mind? Oh, right to the face with the forearm. And now poised and ready. Super kick. No, looking for the upsy daisy, but it's countered. And Cleaver went for that choke slam, but not to be. Into the cover. 1, 2, kick out. And now another counter into the corner. And now grabbing Madness by the throat with a choke slam. Cover. Cleaver might have got him, but he kicks out. And oh, what a clothesline! The meat hook! Meat hook connects. 1, 2, and another kick out. And Brawl trying to stop the pin. And now Cleaver going after all of Flow. Just like V before him, they absolutely despise this team. And a drop kick to the knee. Into the corner. The chop. And now tag to Brawl. Brawl legal for the first time. Here comes the double axe handle. In off the ropes. Drop kick. Lands on his feet. Drop down. Look at Kaiser flipping back into the head scissor. And down goes Cyber Controller. There's a right hand. Controller legal now. Controller and Kaiser one-on-one. And right after the arm. Oop, duck the kick. And a big clothesline to Kaiser. Up on the shoulders. And then, able to drop down. All 8 men have been legal in this matchup. Up to the top rope. Oh my God, oh my God! A top rope star buster! Oh my God! And Cleaver has to dive to just break that up. Kaiser came into this match and went for it all. Up over the top rope. Right hand. And now, off that middle rope. And now look at Kaiser. Not a fan of what Lord V did before, and now he's going to do it to him. Out he goes. And now he's got one for the Cleaver. Spins him around. Controller going after Funk. There's a kick. Look out, legs. Here's an elbow and a big clothesline. Oh! Ring 0. The Omni Geeks move off the counter and a kick out. Controller just at Brawl's mercy right now, and tag made. The purveyor of that move, the Ring 0. Omni, the legal man. Another roll up. Wait a second. He's got the trunks and a kick out. And now look at Omni saying, please, no more. Oh, wait a second. Out of nowhere. Jaguar Fang playing possum. Oh, and he was going for the Omni lock, but it's countered. Suplex got him up. And then the one-handed vertical suplex. Controller going to try to make a tag. And the malicious intent. And now he's got him up trying to delete Omni. And he got him. Cover. 1, 2, and he kicked out at 2. And Brawl didn't like that one either, but Omni able to get out of it. And out of the corner. And now Shades of Lasume with a little heavy stampede. The bots with their histories with Lasume as well. Rights, lefts, and a clothesline. And now up on the shoulders again, Sid. Oh my God, a rolling Samoan drop. And then a gutbuster to Omni. Tag made to V. Boot to the midsection. Oh, look out here. Looking for the street sweeper. Another cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. What is it going to take? To the corner. V now turns him around. Clubbing blow. And again. Another counter. Tag to Defunk. And now trying to stomp his shoe right through the heart. And now V getting countered. With a boot to the head. And now he's got him up. Down he goes. Hanging on to Funk, looking for the double. Funk, you. And he got him. Hook in the leg. One. Oh, and broken up. Oh, and now he's going to put him in the wiggle. Oh, but he got out of it. And a clothesline. And Funk makes the tag. And now look out here. Brawl with a shot. Oh, and it takes out V. V tried the cheap shot and Brawl stopped him. And now the neck breaker. And now V sent across the ring. Madness back in. And now V heading back in. Look out here. In off the ropes. And now the Mad Crash. Setting him up perfectly. Tag made a geek. And he's down. The Mad Crash into the Omni Lock. Will this do it? He turns him over. Omni's got it locked in. But V refusing to tap. And I tag to Funk. And turns him over. And Funk to the top rope. Where's he going? Oh my God, top rope 5. Knuckle, shuffle. 1, 2, and he got him. It took 3 of the 4 members of Flow, but they got him. Here is your winner, Flow. What a match. Unreal. And folks, coming up next, we told you that we were going to hear from Doom here tonight. Well, that means it is time to hear from the harbinger of the apocalypse, who has a message for dirty deeds.
Castigina, Bay Queen of the Winter Court, how rude of you. You allow your mouth Jackie to interfere with our business, and like that you turn away and focus on Crimson. Not very ladylike. That was your second mistake. The first was letting him do as he pleased. Bad dog, Jack. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and you're a walking freezer spewing hot air. Now, should I serve Jackie or Roman to you on such a platter? Maybe with a nice Chianti, since you like to indulge in wine, you gluttonous wench. Twice you disrespected us. There will not be a third, 'cause Crimson won't have to worry about you or your little group. In the darkness, all you'll see are the eyes of the Reaper. How's the old saying, darling? Hell hath no fury.
Like a woman scorned, darling. Like a woman scorned. Thanks for the dance, my dear Kathgina in Spectrum. Now it's time to teach our Winter Queen and her boys how to kneel.
See you soon, dirty deeds. Run.
The following contest is scheduled For one fall, introducing first. Weighing in at 179 pounds, Celicia Eclipse. But she's got backup. Celicia has joined Doom. That explains the lantern. Celicia Eclipse has had issues with Kathjina for months, well, weeks rather, and it all makes sense. And now with Doom set to have to send someone out against Kathjina, Celicia Eclipse reveals her alliance.
From the darker side. In the darkness, coming for your life.
And introducing her opponent. Being accompanied to the ring by Jack the Questionable and Red Star Roman, weighing in at 181 pounds, she is the Fae Queen, Lady Kathjina. So Kathjina flanked by Dirty Deeds. And she's not going to be happy that the Fae theme that she's been dealing with has actually been aligned with Doom this entire time. So Roman and Jack the Questionable, who have been busy on Warzone, and here we go, folks. Macabre in the corner of Celicia Eclipse, and we've got Kathjina going after the rookie with Dirty Deeds in her corner. And I guess you could call this a Fae fight if you so chose. But Celicia has made it very clear. Half Fae, half Fiend. Hence the horns, I would assume. The back suplex. We know that Roman, Kathjina, and Jack the Questionable have been interfering with Hero Time's affairs. And now a couple of boots to the head of Celicia. Here comes Kathjina with a splash. And out into the cover, one, and a kick out. And now look at that. The glare from Celicia as Kathjina whips her in off the ropes. The drop down, leapfrog. Oh, and takes her down. So for the first time since Michael Macabre joined them, Doom reinforcing their ranks with Eclipse. It's a new year and a new look for Doom. But Kathjina wants to spoil the coming out party. And now looking for the elbow. Right hand. And now the Luthez press going right after Kathjina. And now off the ropes, clothesline. And now a shot to the gut, boot to the midsection. And, oh! Rose plant right to the face. And now looking for the scoop slam, but able to counter it into a DDT. And now, oh, look out! Submission move locked in! Submission move locked in on Kathjina! Nowhere for her to go, trying to just pull back. And now the knee to the head! Oh my Lord! 1, 2, and a kick out by Kathjina. But just barely. And now looking for the splash! And now the turnbuckle removed by Macabre. And now shot to the shoulder plexus. Telling Kathjina to get up. And then low the big clothesline. And now tweeting out on social media, Jerry Aldini, our announcer and general manager of Warzone, saying, quote, "I don't want you to worry, Eric, but if Hero Time wins War Games, Theron will be fired." Oh, good. Awesome. If Outlaw/Dirty Deeds win, Theron gets a wish, which you can use to unban from Flashbang. Oh, no, wait. Wait. No. Wait, what? Jerry, why? Jerry, why would you... What? What? You can't just say that! The vibes were good tonight! What do you mean there's a War Games match for a wish? Oh, gosh. Oh, no. No unbanning of the Outlaws. There's a reason they got banned. There's a reason they haven't been reinstated. Please don't do this, Jerry. Reconsider. Also, why is Dirty Deeds helping them? Rose plant by Kathjina. If the Outlaws get unbanned with that stupid wish, I'm gonna flip a table. And now a DDT! The Outlaws have been banned from Friday nights for years, and I guess that's why Dirty Deeds is doing all of this. They're trying to help the Outlaws get that wish from Hero Time on Warzone. And again, if you're not familiar with wishes here in MNW, they can be won in very special tournaments and be used for anything that the wrestler so chooses. And now, knee to the head! Cover by Celicia. 1, 2, got another kick out. And now the slaps. And then drop it, Celicia. Right on her head. Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now tweeting out on social media, Theron saying, quote, "What, Eric, you don't miss us? You don't want a blood to be played for again? Or maybe you don't want us riding rush shot over your tag division and actually putting Lawson in his damn place." Yeah, like you wouldn't work for him if he paid you enough. I'm not stupid. This is insanity. This needs to be stopped. Clothesline. Well, folks, if you don't have a reason to turn into Warzone before, you do now. Dirty Deeds trying to help unban the Outlaws. News being made here on Friday nights. And now Kat the counter. And now look out! Submission move locked in again! Katrina trying to hold on! Celicia trying to tap out the fan, gets her! Katrina taps! Here is your winner, Celicia Eclipse! And the newest member of Doom, yes, you heard that right! The newest member of Doom picks up the win! And folks, coming up next, the Executive Club once again flexing their muscles. We've talked about Fear Strikes in the past. Well, Fear has very much wanted to get his hands on Tyson Smythe. However, in recent weeks, Smythe has been busy preparing either for this opportunity here tonight for the brass briefcase or helping M and the Executive Club establish their dominance in the tag division. However, tonight, Fear Strikes is being given a unique opportunity that he might be a little conflicted about. If Fear Strikes can beat Blight Howless here tonight, he will get his shot at Tyson Smythe. So Mr. Lawson using Fear Strikes as a hitman to go deal with Apex. Maybe trying to soften up the Crimson Phoenix's tag team partners for an inevitable showdown with Spectrum. But either way, it's Howless versus Fear, and it's next. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied in the ring by the World Heavyweight Champion, the Crimson Phoenix, representing Apex, weighing at 327 pounds, Blight Howless. And unlike M mocking Nero before him, Apex seeming to adopt Nero's music in remembrance of the fallen and fired former world champion. And we know that Crimson will face Mr. Enigma for that World Heavyweight Championship, but Spectrum looming in the background with that monster match guaranteed shot at that World Heavyweight Championship. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 262 pounds, he is the fallen angel, Fear Strikes. And look who's allowed to wear his armor again for this match. How convenient. And tweeting out on social media, Michael Macabre saying, quote, "Sleep well, Faye Queen. If you're going to target Doom, ensure you're not just playing a strategist." Well done, Celicia. And again, Fear Strikes has stood against the Executive Club and all of their goons, but here tonight, unfortunately, his goals go through Blight Hallis, which inevitably will help the Executive Club if it can put down the Wolfman, which is no easy task. And our world champion at ringside, shot to the back of the knee. And now raking the nails down the back of Hallis. Shot to the gut. Able to pull the legs out from under him. One, and a kick out. And now up and down goes Fear. And now whipped in off the ropes. Able to counter, and then a shot to the head. And now here come the boots from Fear. And then a stomp to the head, and now climbing up. Fear all the way up. A rare trip to the top rope, and he got caught into a backbreaker by Hallis. Hallis almost working as a bodyguard for the Crimson Phoenix, trying to keep them healthy and hardy for whatever challenger might step up to the plate. Now a big right hand. Off the ropes, looking for the splash. Look at the power. Fear is not a light man. And now whipped off the ropes. And a spine buster. And out of that middle rope, what has Blight got in mind now? We also don't see Blight fly very much. But a shoulder tackle, and that's probably why. Trying to get Hallis towards the corner. That's not going to work. Hallis with the counter. Couple of body shots by Fear. Up on the shoulders. And hung out to dry. Now trying to choke out Hallis. And now they're running power slam. Now looking for the uppercut, countered Hallis. Oh, he's got him up. Looking for the Blight breaker. That Argentinian backbreaker by Hallis. The cover on Fear. And a kick out. But now in perfect position. Fear staggers to his feet, and he caught him with a knee. The knee right to the temple. And now grabbing him by the throat. Oh, and a counter again. Looking for shattered grace, but countered. That choke slam backbreaker combination. And now again getting deadlift by Hallis. Now kicked away. Fear back to his feet. Stomp. Oh, missed the elbow though. And another big clothesline. Right hand. Oh, he got him again. Blind breaker number 2. Will that be enough? Legs in position. And he kicked out again. And now trying to get out of the way of that spear. Probably a wise decision. Oh, but he's in the way now of the pounce, and he got him. Fear crawled out of the way of the spear, but he ran right into the pounce. And that could do it. And he got him. Here is your winner, Blade Howless. So Howless defeats Fear. And anybody looking to get to the Crimson Phoenix has to go through that man. That beast of a man. And tweeting out on social media, the fake queen, saying, quote, "Now all bets and debts are off. If I don't get Theron back next Monday, there will be the 9 to pay. The contract breaks. I will play for blood. Whose blood is up for debate?" Great. Great. Why do you want Theron back? Why do you want CJR Killer back? Do you not remember how chaotic it was with them? It was worse than it is now. Maybe. I don't know. All I remember is they were bad, and it would only get worse if they came back. But before we go anywhere else, the Ghost has had an eye for the Trios champions, and finally Sir Reginald has had enough, and he has words for the Spectre.
The new year, 2026. The Princeton made waves, and we won the Trios titles in Multiverse last year. And this year it starts fresh and new. But there is something that is on my mind from last year. I'm talking about you, Ghost. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. The hunters become the hunted. And looking at our Trios championships, you got our attention now, and I thought we were long past this. I guess Helix Sucks defeating at Multiverse 8 was enough for you to come back. But why? Are you suddenly doing the work for Lawson and the Executive Club? Who are you underneath that mask? If you think we're intimidated by you, we are not. Me, Percival, and McCheese, we stand united all the way. And we will defend these titles no matter who you got, or I should say Lawson got for us, because I can't help thinking he's holding your leash against us. But like all things, sometimes the leash needs to be tightened. We will certainly oblige by.
Well, Reginald making it very clear he is done with the Ghost, and maybe poking the bear a little bit, saying that maybe Lawson is yanking on the leash a little bit to have him deal with the Trios champions. But be careful what you mention and the names that you invoke, because apparently the Ghost has gone to Mr. Lawson, and we have a very special message from the Ghost that I've been handed, which I will now have to read. It states very bluntly, "You know not the history that you speak of. You know not what is beneath the mask. But tonight you will learn that not all are created equal. Invoke the name and they shall come. Let us see how you fare against death itself." And Mr. Lawson has made that match official. Reginald versus Helix Sucks. And it's next. following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 251 pounds, he is 1/3 of the Trios Champions, representing the Princedom, Sir Reginald. So Reginald making his way down to the ring, and I don't think he had Helix on his bingo card. So Reginald gonna have to deal with death itself. But he brings up a valid point about the Ghost. What are his goals? Is he working for Lawson? We know Lawson seemingly brought him back from the dead, but why? Introducing his opponent, weighing in at 310 pounds, he is death itself, Helix sucks. Yeah, Reginald, you might not want to invoke the name of Helix. A former MNW heavyweight champion, the former leader of the new Four Horsemen, quite literally, death itself. And a man who is very frustrated that he could not become the new #1 contender. It has been his goal here on Friday nights to win the World Heavyweight Championship and become the first ever man to hold both of those belts on either show. And you can feel the chill in the air as Helix marches his way towards the ring, one of the most imposing figures you will see in all of professional wrestling. As the kids like to say, he doesn't need to aura farm, he just has it. So here you go, Reginald versus Helix Sucks. What a test for 1/3 of the Trios Champions, the leader of the Princedom. And oh yeah, you're gonna learn the hard way. Helix going right after Reginald. Probably in a very foul mood, as we mentioned, up on the shoulders. And now off that middle rope. And coming up next, folks, it will be our main event. Tyson Smythe versus Graven Allen for the brass briefcase. Who will come out on top? And what is the stipulation? We don't even know yet. So it sounds like we're not going to know until our ring announcer tells us what's in store for Graven. Probably the only person that does know is Tyson himself. And now a literal choke and then slam. Double arm variety. Helix may be calling for the second one. Oh! The one arm choke slam that he prefers to utilize. And now the double axe handle by Helix. Elbow. And now boot to the midsection. Knee right to the chest. And now a knee to the head. The stomp. And now hooks the leg. One, and a kick out at one. Another shot to the gut, staggering Helix. And now staggering Helix back towards the corner. Shoves him into the corner. And now the kick. And Reginald trying to build some momentum. And off the ropes. Tilt to whirl into a backbreaker. Nice fist drop there from Reginald. Trying to keep the big man off of his feet. Another stomp. Boot to the midsection. Here it comes. Famouser! Right across the back of the neck. And now to the top rope. What in the world is Reginald doing? Double axe handle, and he's countered. Might have been wise to go for a pinfall, but wanting to inflict more damage, I think it's booted in the head. Helix tossing Reginald to the outside. No, the back suplex on the outside of the apron. And Reginald just trying to hang in there. And a stomp to the back of the knee. And now into the ring. Now Helix dropping the leg. Looking for the choke slam now, but look at the counter by Reginald. And a clothesline. And now face first into the turnbuckle. Here come the elbows. The cover. Two, and a kick out. And Reginald refusing to stay down. And on the right hands. Trying to beat Reginald into submission. And there's another knee. Reginald trying to crawl towards the corner just to get out of harm's way. Look at Helix keeping the pressure on. And give Reginald credit, he will not quit against the former heavyweight champion. And it might be time for another choke slam. Up on the shoulders, and down. And then a boot to the midsection. Down goes Reginald. Rolls out of the ring. Another counter, and a back suplex. Hooks the leg again, one. Two, and a Reginald kick out again. And Helix is beside himself. And now Reginald trying to take Helix towards the corner. Face first. What in the world? Looking for the scoop slam. Oh, and he might be going for the big elbow off the middle rope. Big elbow drop. Helix is down and he kicks out. And now boot to the midsection. Reginald pedigree. He got him. What an upset. Oh, and a rope break. Legs calls for the rope break. And look at Helix is not a happy man. And he's got him up. Death's door. Did you see the glare? And now the veteran pulling him away from the ropes. Reginald had him, but the rope break. Does he have one more kick out in him? He does! In off the ropes. Counter. Boot to the midsection. He's going to do it again. Second pedigree. Cover him. Oh, boy. You should have pinned him, Reggie. You should have pinned him, Reggie. That's not a wise idea. Shot after shot, just walking him down. What is it going to take? Helix refusing to go down. And now, oh, he's got him! A second death's door! 1, 2, and he got him! Here is your winner, Helix Sucks! Oh, look who it is! The Ghost is here! Going after Reginald! Oh, and here comes Helix! Helix is helping Reginald! Going after the Ghost in a clothesline over the top rope! Helix just took out the Ghost! And Reginald doesn't know what he just saw! He was putting the boots to Reginald! And Helix was having none of it! And folks, with that match in the books, it is now time for our main event. But before we get to that, we were finally promised an explanation from Jack about why he's been ducking our interview crews, and we finally caught up with him. So let's hear what the Prince finally has to say here to kick off 2026.
All right, guys, load it all up. Make sure we're ready for rehearsal. Hello, MNW Media Crew. Welcome to the arena for NNPW's New Year's Bash. I hope you had a happy holidays and all that jazz. So, I promised an explanation, and I'm here to give it. Why didn't you choose to face Lawson in a cage? And I thought I explained it in the promo leading up to that whole thing, but as I said, it wasn't a choice at all. I wasn't given choice, and I refuse to play Lawson's game. I kick the crap out of him, he heals up, he continues on his bullshit, or I go for the #1 contendership. And honestly, I no, so I just stayed quiet, and in true MNW fashion, the choice was just made for me. So I showed up, did the job, was the good soldier, and left. And yeah, that's all you're going to get now. What? Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you were expecting some long, drawn-out, anger-fueled tirade, right? Sorry. I got other priorities to focus on now. So get the hell out of my arena. Oh, yo, Tiger! My office, 5 minutes. There's been a card change.
Well, that is an explanation, I suppose. Certainly wasn't on my bingo card, but other priorities. Sure. Okay, we'll go with that. My hope? Lying in wait. Maybe. But I guess he's got a point. The choice was kind of made for him. He did his job and then is now going about his business. This is... I really was expecting a little bit more. Well, there you have it, folks. The Prince has spoken, and that brings us to our main event. Will the brass briefcase stay with Honor Bound and Graven Allen? What is the stipulation for this matchup? All that will be answered right now in our main event. We're kicking off 26 with the biggest and best main event of the whole year, at least for now, because we haven't had one yet. Let's send it down to ringside for the introductions of this next match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the brass briefcase. And it is an Extreme Rules match. Introducing first, representing the Executive Club, weighing in at 247 pounds, Tyson Smythe. And there we have it, folks. Extreme Rules. So who walks out with the briefcase? And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 239 pounds, representing Honor Bound, he is the holder of the brass briefcase, Graven Allen. And Graven tweeting out on social media, Tyson, I hope you know M has chosen poorly. I will drag you to the Tartarus, and the hounds of hell will feast tonight. And here we go, folks. Brass briefcase on the line. Extreme Rules. And it's going to be Graven and Tyson duking it out. And Tyson with the momentum early here in this match, targeting the leg of Graven. Trying to ground the high flyer. And a drop kick right to the chest. Again, this is Extreme Rules, and Tyson to the top rope now. The stall, looking for the splash. Couple of body blows. In off the ropes and a clothesline. And now the right hands, couple of shots. And now back to his feet, and what is... Oh, Tyson's going for the hardware. Tyson's got a light tube, and it begins right off the head. I think Graven might have got his hands up at the last second, and now into a straight jacket neck breaker. And the elbow. And now from behind, looking for the reverse DDT. No, the elbow instead. Here's the drop kick. Raven gonna get Tyson back to his feet. The elbow to the gut. And then a takedown. This was all set up by Mr. Lawson. This was the terms to get to Luna their Big Oof Championship opportunity. The double axe handling a kick out. And Bully Dog will defend against DeLuna in a stipulation of M's choosing as well. Those were the consequences. Oh, there goes the light tube. And now they're going to try after the 1 count and a light tube. 2 and a 2 count that time. The light tube effective, but not enough for the whoa, boy. You've got to be kidding me. Now from behind, Raven with the Russian leg sweep. Here comes Spectrum. No disqualification. This is all allowed. Coffin drop, nobody home. And now Spectrum getting involved in this matchup, and this is already bad news. The Executive Club pulling out all the stops. And now the knee right to the head. And now the shot to the back, and Graven is defenseless. A 2-on-1 assault, and this, somebody's got to stop this. And look at Tyson, he's telling more of the club to come down. And now the sweep of the leg by Graven. And now here comes Spectrum, and here comes some backup. It's Sajar, honor bound to the rescue. And he's going right after Tyson. There's a right hand taking him down. And now the kendo stick to Spectrum. And this is already turned into chaos, and we are minutes into this main event. And a shot to the head. All of this is legal, and you want it. Oh, here comes Stevens. Scotty Stevens, who's had the back of the club, and look at, oh, this is ridiculous. Just posing on the top rope. It is a grave digger to Stevens. And now a right hand by Graven, or to Graven rather, to the top rope. And now the elbow, nobody home. And now Scotty Stevens helping the club again, but Graven countering the power bomb. And then runs right into Smythe. Again, the numbers advantage for the club. And now into the corner. And now, oh, shot to the lower region there. All of it's legal. And a stomp to the head. And now telling Stevens to get to the top rope. He takes out Graven with a double axe handle. And here comes more backup. DeLuna on the way. And now from behind, the man who will challenge Bully Dog for the Big Oof Championship is here, going after Tyson Smythe. And now Stevens trying to deal with oh boy. Here comes the big man. The man who was unsuccessful in trying to take out Big Rock. So he had to win via count out. And now trying to ensure that the brass briefcase comes home. And now looking for the scoop slam, and M back in the ring. And right to the head of Graven, who was able to duck it. And now look out here, looking for the sink and destroy. The cover, but it's broken up by M. And now trying to go after him, looking for the full Nelson. Down goes Graven. And here comes McMorgan. The man that M beat to get this stipulation in the first place, McMorgan, is not done with M. Honor bound in the club doing battle over the brass briefcase, and this is absolute chaos to kick off 2026. McMorgan dealing with him, and now Tyson back on Graven. Head first off the barricade. And a forearm shot. And now Graven sent into the steel steps. And now taken down. Sajar now with a sledgehammer. I'm sure that'll end well. The right hands to Graven. Forearm shot. And here comes Spectrum into the picture. And now the back suplex countered there by Tyson. Smoking gun to the face off the counter. DDT to McMorgan by Spectrum. The club and Honor bound beating the hell out of each other. And there's a big uppercut by DeLuna trying to help Graven out. And now the FTK to Sajar on the ramp. McMorgan dropped on his head by Spectrum. Here comes Stevens trying to help out Smite. And look at, able to save Tyson from hitting those steps. Spectrum picking him up and out of the way. And McMorgan screaming all the way down the ramp. We heard him saying, "Do you think I was done? I'm still breathing, bring it." And he's bringing it to M right now. And now both steps taken. Look out here, looking for the double underhook power bomb to DeLuna. And now the roll-up. Graven looking for the roll-up. Rolls him over. The crucifix. And a kick out. Now M trying to make sure that Tyson comes out on top. Oh, he's looking for the FTK, but it's countered. But he distracted Graven. There it is. The firing squad to win the briefcase. No! Graven! Oh, I can't. And now McMorgan into the ring. Here comes Spectrum. This is just chaos. And McMorgan sent out by Spectrum. Tyson getting rid of Graven. And there goes Scott clearing the ring with DeLuna over the top rope. And now Smythe and Graven on the outside. And a power bomb to Graven. And then, oh, there it is, the hammer trigger. Knee right to the skull. And now Spectrum getting kneed in the face by McMorgan. M doing battle with Sajar, who throws him back in the ring. Meanwhile, Tyson is trying to beat down Graven on the outside. The chops, oh, look out here, down goes M. And now look out here, side slam by Spectrum. Big scoop slam countered there by Tyson. And now Smythe up on the shoulders. Able to counter. And with a boot to the midsection. And now the double underhook suplex to Sajar. And a big boot there by DeLuna to Scott. And a backbreaker to Graven by Smythe. And now a right hand. Oh, look at the Uranagi! Oh, he just folded McMorgan in half. And now back into the ring. Steel steps thrown onto Sajar. And now Spectrum trying to get rid of Sajar, who gets rid of them instead. Clothesline to Graven. Honorbound just tried. Oh, smoking gun! No! Super kick for the win! No! Oh, and Sajar just saved the briefcase from out of nowhere. Diving in to break up the pin. And now a crossface. Crossface locked in, tap out, you son of a bitch! Honorbound clearing the ring, tap out! He taps out! Here is your winner, H2! The holder of the brass briefcase, Graven Allen! Graven survives! The crossface gets it done! And screaming up the ramps, the jar saying, poor choice, puppets, we are strong together! That backfired! Spectacularly! And Gina responding earlier to Michael Macabre. Eric Jackie got what he needed. 3 clean wins. Now Doom's ego is back to normal. We're done with them. Oh my goodness. Graven is screaming, fate has chosen honor-bound Lawson, and we've declared war, and the brass briefcase stays with honor-bound and Allen. What a way to kick off 2026, and we are just getting started, and you're not going to want to miss next week. But that's for next week, because we are out of time. My name is Eric J. Erickson, and we will see you next week. Good night!